This teaching does not endorse, promote, or recommend any faith or religious tradition. Rather, it is a rigorous, comparative, scholarly analysis drawing on theological insights from Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, and Haitian Vodou to demonstrate a universal principle. Prayer is a distinctly human capacity requiring consciousness, intention, and relationship that artificial intelligence cannot possess.
Greetings, families, educators, clergy, and communities of faith, both in Haiti and throughout the diaspora. Welcome to AI Lakeno, AI in Our Home, a series rooted in faith, family, and the lived wisdom of Caribbean communities. Our work is grounded in a conviction that must guide every conversation. Natural intelligence first, artificial intelligence second. Human wisdom, faith, judgment, and agency always come first. This episode is inspired by a presentation Ken and I gave to Hillside Church Miami on Friday, August 7th, 2026. We had the privilege to teach on AI in our church, homes, and community. We are deeply grateful to the leadership and congregation of Hillside Church of God, namely Reverend Dr. Sergey Jerome, Bishop and Senior Pastor, Reverend Bishop Frank Ulysses, Director of Media, and the Reverend Evanel Louis Charles, Clerk, for their visionary leadership and stewardship, and for their warm welcome, thoughtful questions, and commitment to understanding how artificial intelligence shapes our spiritual lives. That teaching conversation made one thing clear. Communities of faith must actively shape how AI influences our homes, our relationships, and our souls. This program is our response to that call. We begin with a prayer for the age of artificial intelligence from our book, AI, a blessing or a curse for humanity, as an opening invocation for the work ahead. A prayer for the age of artificial intelligence. With humility, devotion, and faith in you, O Almighty God, supreme, benevolent, source of all life and light, I reach out to you, eternal one, boundless and uncharted, home of all possibilities. In this moment, as artificial intelligence awakens new potential within our world, my heart is filled with both awe and humility. You have granted us minds to seek, to question, and to dream. Through the gift of intelligence, both natural and artificial, we glimpse the vastness of your design. AI, a creation of human hands and imagination, is but a humble reflection of the divine spark within us. AI is a tool, a companion, and a challenge, reminding us that every step toward knowledge is also a step toward you. In this AI era, let us remember that technology is a tool, not the goal. May it serve as a bridge between the known and the unknown. May technology serve as a bridge between the finite and the eternal. Through AI, may we see the potential for healing, for wisdom, and for connection across the globe. Yet, let us also see our limitations, our need for guidance, and our yearning for something greater than ourselves. Eternity, as we explore these frontiers, may we never lose sight of the sacred. Let our advancements serve the common good and honor the dignity of every soul. True progress is measured not in bytes or algorithms, but in love, justice, and faith. This is our hope. My name is Dr. Joseph Kenny Vermeille. Today we move from insult to scholarship. We ask a question that is about technology, but is truly about ourselves. Can a machine built on patterns and data truly pray? AI is not a being. It is not conscious. It is a tool, a system trained on patterns and data to recognize, generate, predict, or recommend. It is powerful in its ability to find patterns, but blind to the essence of life and the mystery of consciousness. You already use AI every day. It ranks your searches and translates your thoughts. But AI cannot see beyond its training. It cannot truly understand you as a person. It is powerful in some ways, but blind in others. It is a tool, not a thinker. Think of the lullaby. AI could learn the pattern of 10,000 lullabies. It could generate the words, but it has never sung a child to sleep because it loves them. Calculation is not prayer. Intention and love are the soul of communication. In Christianity, prayer is communion with God. It requires a being created in the image of God. A machine cannot be in that relationship. AI cannot respond to God's call because it has no soul, no spirit, no capacity for the divine relationship. In Jewish tradition, prayer is an act of intention and community. It is a person bringing their whole self to speak to God. The prayers are ancient. They belong to generations. A machine speaking them would be an echo, not a prayer. In Islam, salah, prayer, is a direct relationship between the servant and Allah. It requires sincere intention, niyyah. It is an act of submission and love. A machine cannot submit. It cannot love. Therefore, it cannot pray. In Buddhist practice, meditation and mindfulness involve awareness, being present to what is. An AI has no awareness. It processes without knowing. Therefore, it cannot meditate or pray in any authentic sense. Now, I want to speak about something very close to home for many of us, Haitian Vodou. In Haitian Vodou, religious life encompasses relationships with Bondi, the creator god, relationships with the LWA, the spirits, relationships with ancestors, relationships with family and community. These relationships are expressed through prayer, through sacred songs, through ritual, through offerings, through drumming and dance. They are embodied, they are communal, they are participatory. And here's something crucial. These practices carry meaning that goes far beyond the words. When you sing a sacred song in Vodou, you are connecting with generations of your people. You are honoring ancestors. You are participating in something that is spiritual, ancestral, cultural, and relational all at once. It's not just about performing the words, it's about belonging to something. It's about continuity with your people and your past. Now, what about AI? Can an AI reproduce the words of a Vodou prayer? Can it explain the traditions? Can it help document and preserve songs and history? Yes to all of that. But can an AI have human ancestry? Can an AI have lived participation in a Vodou community? Can an AI establish a reciprocal spiritual relationship with Bondi, the LWA, or the ancestors? No. An AI can simulate the language and outward forms of Haitian Vodou practice, but simulation is not the same as authentic spiritual, ancestral, and communal participation. Why does this matter? Because for Haitian people, Vodou is not just a set of beliefs. It's a way of honoring where we come from. It's a way of staying connected to ancestors, to family, to nation. When AI pretends to participate in Vodou prayer, it's not just wrong on a technical level. It's culturally disrespectful. It's ancestrally inappropriate. So Haitian Vodou teaches us this. Prayer is rooted in community, in ancestry, in embodied participation. These are irreducibly human. They cannot be simulated by a machine. The question for us today is harder. When does assistance become dependence? When does a helpful tool become a crutch that weakens our own capacity for spiritual discernment, deep thinking, and moral growth? When a pastor relies on AI to write his sermons rather than his own study, he loses his spiritual voice. He no longer wrestles with the word, he simply accepts the calculation. This is the danger of spiritual dependence every leader must face. When a parent asks AI to explain faith to their child, they give away something precious, their own voice and relationship. Our homes must remain centers of human connection, not technological mediation. Protect the intimacy of your spiritual bonds. To bishops, pastors, and imams, you have an urgent duty. You must protect your communities from falling victim to AI deception. I offer a 6-point strategic framework to safeguard the integrity of your faith. First, establish a fact fence. In a world of hallucinations where AI confidently produces falsehoods, you must verify every source. Teach your community to go back to the original documents. Check the source before it reaches the pulpit or the classroom. Second, integrate digital literacy into your religious education. Teach your people that the tool is not neutral. Help families talk about AI together. Make it a shared family practice to verify information and look for bias. Third, foster the habit of slowing down. If media shocks or confirms a bias, pause. In an age of deep fakes, never share immediately. Teach your community to ask, who created this? What data was used? Verify before you trust. Fourth, bridge the gap between generations. Elders carry the values. Youth carry the technical knowledge. Bring them together. Let the moral experience of the old guide the powerful tools of the young. This is communal wisdom. Fifth, focus on protecting children and the elderly. They are often the most targeted by synthetic media and manipulative algorithms. Provide clear, age-appropriate guidance on the limits of AI and the importance of human authority. Sixth, practice ethical procurement. Before using AI tools for church administration or education, vet them for bias and privacy standards. Ensure that the technology serves the common good and honors the dignity of every soul. As leaders, you are accountable. You cannot say, the AI decided. You decided to use the AI. Innovation needs ethics. Technology needs humanity. You carry the responsibility to protect the integrity of the message. Synthetic audio and video can deceive even the most faithful. We must educate our communities to expect digital illusions and verify the integrity of every message. The Sentinel's duty is to preserve truth. We see the rise of modern automation, robo-taxis, and delivery robots. But we must consider the impact on livelihoods. When autonomous vehicles take the wheel, what happens to the drivers? This is a question of equity and justice. Technology should be a tool for equity and service, not a replacement for human judgment. Following the rule, automate repetition, do not automate responsibility. We must protect the dignity of labor in the AI era. Haiti is a nation of profound history and resilience. For Haitians in the diaspora, AI is not neutral. Most systems are trained on Western data. Does the AI truly understand Creole Haitian, the language of our soul? We must not rely on systems that do not understand our history or theology. We must participate as creators, not just passive consumers. We must shape technology to serve our own purposes and preserve our cultural dignity. This is the framework. NI plus AI. Natural intelligence first. Artificial intelligence second. Knowledge needs wisdom. Power needs responsibility. Innovation needs ethics. And technology needs humanity. This is our path. Knowledge needs wisdom. Power needs responsibility. Innovation needs ethics. And technology needs humanity. We are accountable for how we use these tools. You cannot say, the AI decided. You decide. Your brain is the boss. Always remember, your brain is the boss. AI is the assistant. You carry the capacity to judge, to care, and to love. These are human acts that no algorithm can ever replicate. Hold on to your humanity in this era. We return to the beginning. Can AI pray? No. But the deeper question is, who will we become? Will we surrender our thinking, or will we protect our moral responsibility, our relationships, and our faith? Keep your roots, keep your language, keep your faith, and use technology in service of the life you choose. Can AI pray? No, but you can. Your family can. And that is what matters. Your dignity is not negotiable.
Let us continue this dialogue. Visit our digital platforms, the Scholars Hub, Library, Classroom, Intelligence Hub, and Navigator. Knowledge and innovation dedicated to humanity. Visit drv.ai, our portal, a work in progress.
Copyright 2026, Dr. Vermeille Global EDTECH and Research LLC. Natural intelligence first, artificial intelligence second, humanity always. Scientia Innovatio Humanitas. Thank you for watching.